For your humanities project, you're going to be collecting some research and presenting it in an interesting way. And for this, we're going to be using Canva. So Canva has a template set up for you that you'll be shared with you from your teacher. And for each group, there will be a different slide. The templates have been defined, however, each of the elements that are within the template can be moved around by you, or if you're not happy with them, you can also change them. So if you want to add in some more elements to your project, you can click on the Elements button, and you can search for different things. So for example, if I wanted a stool, I could look for stool, and then I could find a stool and add that into my scene. You can also upload any pictures or transparent images that you may find on Google. As you're collecting the different resources and you want to add them to the scene, so for example, if the book that you're researching was based in San Francisco, we could search for San Francisco. We could find a picture of the Golden Gate Bridge, and we can drag it into these placeholders. If I want it to also appear in this window, but perhaps I don't want it to look the same, I can adjust the mask by double clicking on that placeholder, and then I can shift the image across. So that way it looks like the picture is continuing. So we can do this for each of the images. Anywhere that you can see this little scene with the hills and the cloud, that signifies a placeholder. So you could perhaps add pictures of their family, music that they like, and also any books that they may read as well. Again, these templates aren't static, so you can be creative and you can create your own. The last element which you're invited to add is a QR code. So these can be generated within Canva. So if I click QR code, you could add a link to your Google Doc, generate that QR code, and then add that to the slide as well. So for example, I'm going to drag this down and add it to the bottom of this section here. So this way, when you're presenting, participants could scan the QR code and they'll be able to access your research documentation that you created as a part of this project. The last thing that you'll need to do is to link out to external documents. So for example, if you found an article on the author or on the book, or something that's contextually relevant to your research, you could, for example, click on the element, click the link button, and then provide a link. So for example, I'm just going to link this to google.com. And that way, when we present, you can click on those links to explore the research which you've collected. So your teacher has put together an example of this here. So let's remove this down for a second. So you can see here, we have these different elements. As I present as a standard presentation, I can see all those different elements, and then I can click out to relevant content.